Hello all and welcome to the last battalion, this inaugural video on my new channel. Today I thought I would bring you my 28mm Prussian Napoleonic collection, at least as far as it's got already. As you can see here, as we pan back over the collection a little bit, at the moment it consists of just 5 battalions, in theory to represent the 1st Kurmark, 2 battalions, and the 1st Silesian, 3 battalions, along with their regimental commanders and a brigade command stand as well, that looks remarkably like a Blucher, probably because it was sculpted to be him, but doesn't necessarily represent him. Just a quick flyover of the battalions. As the caption says, all the flags are from GMB Flags, my preferred flag provider, but other sources are available, and yes, I have painted the edges in on all of these. I've also replaced any flagpoles with steel metal flagpole equivalents for a little bit more durability on the tabletop. There you go, brigade commander, 2 colonels or regimental commanders, and 5 battalions so far. So here we have a bit of a closer look at the 1st Silesian Landwehr. They're a mixture of Perry Miniatures and Warlord games. Majority are Warlord games, the plastics. I quite like the weighting with musket-shouldered poses, but mixed in there are the odd Perry Miniatures metal figure, mostly for the command, with the exception of this quite neat little command pair on the end there that are Warlord games metal figures as well. The banners, as mentioned before, are all GMB, which look very smart, I think, on this, and the regimental commander is another Perry miniature, the mounted figure. They were remarkably quick to paint, actually. I think I got through all 3 units of 28 in about a month, which is at least as long as it's taking me to paint white uniformed Italians at the moment. But more on that to come. Somewhat of a stressful process. But yeah, they came out very pleasingly. A little bit of repetition across the miniatures, particularly in terms of heads. I tried as far as possible to avoid using the sculpt that has the tiny wire glasses on. It's just something I don't like about looking like there's some crazed Third Reich scientists making up the ranks in large numbers. But yeah, they came out really pleasingly, and they scale quite pleasantly alongside the Perry Miniatures metal figures, which make up the other regiment. So all in all, yeah, quite a nice spectacle now that they're complete. Just a quick closer look at each of the 3 units making up the regiment. As listed here, this is the 1st Battalion, 1st Silesian, with their nice black flag that I used. I realise there's some controversy and conjecture over flags, but they're denoted as 1st by their white shoulder straps. And then the 2nd Battalion with the red shoulder straps, a Perry Miniatures metal officer gesturing there at the front left of camera, and a blue backgrounded Silesian Landwehr flag from GMB, looking quite smart. The next and final battalion of the regiment, the 3rd Battalion, with the yellow shoulder straps. You notice that the flag bearers, well, not many of those miniatures come with the actual set, so I have carefully scraped off the musket and replaced it with a steel flagpole instead. And here just the regimental commander, just a quick closer look at him. Nice metal figure, although the horse tone doesn't come out very well in this light. Just urging his troops on. And here we go, the 1st Kurmark Landwehr. Now these 2 battalions, I think of 28 figures each, or there might be 26 on one of them, are all entirely made up from the Perry Miniatures range, and very nice they are too. As I mentioned before, they fit in quite well size-wise alongside the Warlord Games plastic. There's a really nice, diverse mixture of different poses there, although again I spent a lot of time agonising over where they should be on the bases, so to avoid undue repetition where they were standing next to each other. But they've got barefoot versions, guys in clogs. Yeah, it makes for a nice range, nice diverse range. I've tried to vary the trouser colours here and there as well, to just give a little bit more difference throughout, as I did with the plastic Warlord figures as well. In some cases on those I actually painted different colour socks where they were exposed. Not that you're ever going to see that on the miniatures, but hey ho, I did it anyway. And again, steel flagpoles here to place the GMB flags on. And I popped a couple of white flags in there. The regimental commander pointing where he wants them to go and directing them from the rear. And again, you can sort of see the different coloured shoulder straps there, denoting the 2 different battalions within the unit. Yeah, very nice figures they are too, but a lot weightier being transported than their plastic compatriots in the other regiment. And that's it. That's a quick showcase of all 5 of my 28mm Prussian Landwehr battalions and the associated command figures as well. I hope you've enjoyed having a quick look through these. I realise this first video might come across a bit stilted and formal and probably quite formulaic, but I'll probably work on the format as I go forward and try and make it a bit more enjoyable and easy listening for you in the future. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.